No. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give you one more minute before I go ahead and get started. I've had a lot of people join late today, and I hate repeating myself. So I'm going to give you one more minute.
This is Slender.
Yeah.
My Wi-Fi has been really bad today, and it's been like just kicking me out of my meetings. So if that happens,
that's so frustrating. Okay, no worries.
Me too. It's been kicking me out.
What Wi-Fi do you, or what internet company do you have?
EOT.
CenturyLink.
I know I've noticed that a lot of people like kept getting kicked out, and I was like, I don't think they're leaving just to be mean. I got new highlighters from Safeway because they were on clearance for 77 cents for all of them. Very exciting. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started now. So today is Monday, September 21st. Bell ringer, just something for you guys to think about while I'm talking. X plus 4 equals 10. Think about in your head, be prepared to discuss how you got your answer. This is Algebra 1, 4th period. Today's agenda, housekeeping, then we'll go over the bell ringer. Then I have a lesson on one-step equations, tour of big ideas math, and homework 1.1. Attendance question, popcorn or pretzels. So type in the chat which you prefer. I'm going to start having a slide like this at the beginning of every class. So if you'll see the attendance question and just type in your answer. That way, when I record the chat, I can go back and look once you guys have left and see who attended, just because it's hard to keep track of attendance while I'm teaching.
I'm back. I was late.
It's okay. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So my personal favorite is popcorn because I love it. Movie theater popcorn especially is the best. But close second is pretzels. Have you guys tried those ones that are called Dots pretzels? They're in like a red bag and they have the seasoning on them. They're amazing. They're my favorite.
They're my favorite too.
Yeah, they're so good. Okay, so today we're going to be doing one-step equations. So if you were in work keys last year, this is what we did this in distance learning in the spring.
I don't know what we're talking about, but I just said my favorite snack.
Thank you. Okay, so one-step equations, if you've taken pre-algebra, you've done them as well. Basically, one-step equations is there's a variable, and then plus, minus, multiply, divide, a number equals another number, and you have to figure out what the variable is. I enjoy them because it's like a little puzzle and you kind of have to figure it out. So this first one, x plus 4 equals 10. The answer is super easy. It's 6. You could just look at it and know what plus 4 gives me 10, 6. Or mathematically, you can do it and figure out the answer. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So did anyone actually need pencil and paper? Or did you guys all just do it in your head? Don't be shy. Just let me know.
I did it in my head.
Yeah.
I'm a big kid.
So it's an easier one. Did anyone do it the mathematical way? Did on paper. Mind math, yes. Okay. One-step equations. Share this tab instead. Okay. Make sure that that's what you see. Perfect. Alrighty, so if you want to get out a paper and pen and take down notes on these words and notes on the examples, that would be your best bet to be successful in math. If you don't want to, I'm not going to force you, but I just highly recommend taking notes. Okay.
Is it a grade or anything?
No, there's not a grade for taking notes, but just so that when you guys, it comes time for review for the test, you'll know what we worked on and just kind of better. If you write it down, it helps you remember it more. Okay, so equation, a statement that two expressions are equal. So an equation will always have an equal sign. So x plus 4 equals 10. 3 plus 3 equals 6. Solution, a value that makes the equation true. So for our practice problem, x plus 4 equals 10, the solution was 6 because it makes the equation true. Inverse operations, two operations that undo each other, such as addition and subtraction. So the opposite of addition is subtraction, the opposite of multiplication is division, and so on and so forth. So if you see an equation like x plus 4 equals 10, to solve it, you're going to need to know the inverse operation of addition, which is subtraction. Ooh, my throat's scratchy. Okay. And then equivalent equations are equations that have the same solutions. So like 3 plus 3 is 6, but also 4 plus 2 is 6. So they have the same solution, just different ways of getting there. I like to think of it from like driving from Umatilla to Hermiston. You can take River Road. You can go down 395. They're equivalent equations. They're both going to get you into Hermiston. It's just two different ways of doing it. Okay, solving equations by addition or subtraction. So that's what we're going to work on today is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So for my first problem, I have x minus 3 equals minus 5. So I'm trying to find out what x is. In order to do that, I can do it in my brain, or I can mathematically write it down to get an answer. So x minus 3 equals negative 5. In order to find out what x is, I need to get the variable by itself on one side of the equation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the 3 over to this side of the equation. To get rid of something on one side of the equation and move it to the other, you're going to do the inverse. So the inverse of subtraction is addition, and then I'm just going to write the same number. What I do to one side of the equation, I must do to both sides of the equation. So I added 3 to this side, I must add 3 to this side. Okay, negative 5 plus 3 gives me negative 2. Good job. So then I bring down my equal sign, and then these cancel out, and I'm left with x. So x equals negative 2. Now I'm going to go ahead and try and prove that just to show you guys that it worked. So x equals negative 2. If I take x and plug it back into the equation, I should get a true statement. So negative 2 subtract 3 gives me negative 5. So negative 2 plus a negative 3 gives me negative 5 equals negative 5. Does negative 5 equal negative 5? Yes. So my answer is correct. Does anyone have any questions on how I got my answer or need me to go over anything again? Okay. Eraser. Okay, next one is with decimals, just to show you that you can do this with any kind of equation. So I have 0.9 equals y plus 2.8. So this time my equals or my answers on this side and the equations on this side, still going to do the same steps, still the same equation, just written a little different. So this time I want to get the y by itself instead of x. So I'm going to do the inverse of addition, which is subtraction. So I'm going to subtract 2.8. And what I do to one side of the equation, I must do to both. So Positive and a negative are going to cancel out. And then 0.9 minus 2.8 is going to give me 2.1. So negative 2.1. Wow. Okay. So now I have negative 2.1 on this side equals, and then I'm left with y. So I've solved for what y is to make my equation true. Are they gone? Well, they would.
There's one, so I'm going to check with Brian
Okay.
to see if he remembers.
Did he come in?
I wasn't here until 9.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm having a little bug issue in my classroom, students. In my window seal, the seal is not good, and so little ants with wings are climbing through, and it's freaking me out. So the janitors just came in to check that out. Someone was supposed to come in this morning and
Wait, you said ants with wings?
ants with wings, carpenter.
Yo,
ants.
that's crazy. Oh my god.
So they were just coming in to check.
That was a really big problem last year too.
That's what they said. I'm like, why the heck did no one fix it then?
Ant with wings? Wait, what?
Yeah, they're like this big, but then they have really long wings. Okay, does
Yeah.
anyone need me to go over this one again, or do we understand? Okay, so that was equations with addition or subtraction. Next, we're going to do equations by multiplication or division. So once again, what is the inverse of multiplication? Division. And the inverse of division is multiplication. So if we have multiplication in a problem, we're going to divide to get rid of it. And if we have multiplication, or if we have division, we're going to multiply to get rid of it. So for this first one, go ahead and solve it, and then type your answer in the chat, and then I will go over it. Okay, so I am getting 15 from most of you, so we'll go over it. So I have negative n divided by 5 equals negative 3. So I'm trying to find n. So what divided by 5 will give me negative 3? So in my head, I know 15 divided by 5 would give me 3, but I'm going to show you the mathematical way to get the answer. So I'm dividing right here. This fraction bar means division. So in order to get rid of a division, I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to multiply everything on this side of the equation by 5. And remember that 5 is written over 1. And then I'm going to multiply everything over here by 5 as well. So negative 3 times 5 gives me negative 15. And then this one, the 5s cancel out, and I'm left with negative n times 1 gives me negative n. Okay, this time now though, I can't have a negative n if I'm trying to solve for the correct answer. So to get rid of the negative n, I'm going to divide by a negative 1. A negative divided by a negative gives me a positive. So I'm left with n. And then on this side, negative 15 divided by negative 1 gives me a positive 15. So you can do it that way, or you can do it this way, where I'm going to assume that the negative sign is attached to the 5, and I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 5. So then I will be left with n equals 15. So it's just one less step, But either way is the correct way of doing it. Whichever one works best for your brain, they both give you the same answer. Okay, now go ahead and try this next one and then let me know what you get for your answer. Okay, I'm getting a lot of 4s. Good job. So now I have a number attached to my variable. So how am I going to get rid of the number attached to the variable? Subtract, not quite. If I subtract 1.3 from both sides, I can't do that because I have to bring the z with me. And I can't subtract that, a z, from a regular number. So what I like to think of it as is it's 1.3 times z equals 5.2. And so to get rid of multiplication, we divide. Good job, guys. So in order to get this 1.3 away from the z, I divide both sides by 1.3 because what I do to one side of my equation, I must do to the other. And then these two cancel out, and I'm left with z equals 5.2 divided by 1.3. And then I plug that into my calculator, and I get 4. Okay, so these are one-step equations. So you should have just one step to solve the answer, to solve and find the answer. Next up, we're going to do a story problem equation because your homework assignment does have some story problems. So I wanted to give you guys a few story problem example. So on January 22nd, 1943, the temperature in Baker City, Oregon fell from 54 degrees at 9 a.m. to -4 degrees at 10:50. How many degrees did the temperature fall? So for story problems, step 1 is to understand the problem. Step 2 is to make a plan. And step 3 is to solve. So you know the temperature before and the temperature after, and you're asked to find how many degrees the temperature fell. So use a model to write an equation that represents the problem, then solve the equation. So we're going to do a one-step equation to try and figure out how much the temperature fell. So we started at 9 a.m. with 54 degrees. And then we ended with -4. So I want to figure out how I got from A to B. So I'm going to write it like this. And then my next step would be to figure out where I'm going to put my equal sign in my equation. So I'm going to put it here because this is my answer, -4. That's what I ended with. And so I'm going to figure out this right here. So I'm going to put a variable. You can use a T for temperature. You can use an X. You can use an H for Hannah. You can use whatever variable you want, but I'm going to use X just because that's what makes the most sense to me. And since it's falling, it's subtracting. So now I'm going to figure out what is X. So subtract 54 from both sides. A -4 plus a -54 gives me -58 equals -X. Then I'm going to divide by -1 to get a positive X. X equals 58. Does everyone understand that, or does anyone need me to go over again how I got my equation? You guys are rock stars. I figured I wouldn't need to. Okay. So stop sharing this tab. And Now I'm going to show you guys Big Ideas Math. Some of you guys have already used it to do that review assignment for MAPS testing, but if not, I'm going to go ahead and give a quick little tour. Where is it? Oh, okay. So I created a dummy account for me and the other math teacher to kind of know what it looks like from the student view, because it's different from the teacher view. So this is just what it looks like when you log in. If you don't know how to log in, you go to bigideasmath.com. I sent you guys out a list of everyone's logins. If you don't have that, you can go to our classroom. And down here at resources, there's the Big Ideas username, and you can find your username. And then your password is just what you use to log into a Chromebook. So let me assign this. Come on. Okay, so here we are on Big Ideas Math. This is the resources tab. When you log in, you will see all of these. So if you want the dynamic textbook, you can click on that and it'll open it up. And then if you, because I know some of you guys are missing holding a textbook. So this way you can still see the textbooks. I know you guys read it at night when you're so bored, but in case you need additional resources, you can go onto the textbook and go through, and then it'll show you what the normal book looks like just online. There's all sorts of fun games you can play and apps and all sorts of fun things. The only thing I wanted to highlight for the resources was on the book. It's being so slow. Okay. So here we have the book, and this is what we did today was number 1. And if you come in here, but you're like, I don't really like the way Miss W explained it, you can click on the little video or the little plus sign in the textbook, and it will take you to this, and it'll give you a video of someone else explaining it.
Solve each equation, justify each step.
So if you don't like the way I explain it, maybe they can explain it better. And then down here where there's these little plus signs by the problem, it also will
Solve the equation.
show you how to do those ones. So some good little resources in case you wanted those. But what we're really going to use Big Ideas Math for is assignments. So when you're on this page, you'll click on assignments. And right here, you'll see there's section 1.1, solving simple equations. You're going to click enter. And it'll take you into the homework once it's done loading in just a second. Has anyone had problems logging into Big Ideas, or are you guys able to get in okay?
I have no idea.
Okay, so go ahead and try this afternoon.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll click start. This is what the assignment looks like. So then once you complete this problem, you go to the next one. And the next one. So you'll go through all the problems. And then once you're done, you can click check your answer. And we gave you guys 3 attempts per question, so you can only guess 3 times. So make sure that you're sure that it's the correct answer before you click check answer, because you only get 3 attempts. There's a calculator on screen in case you need it. And then where's that? Like some of the questions, if you get them wrong, yeah, you can click need help. And then on the need help, you can watch a video, you can go to the lesson, or where's the live tutor? There's supposed to be a live tutor feature, and I don't know where that is. Okay, well, I thought that was a feature. I guess I'm wrong. But once you're done with the assignment, you're going to click on your name in the top corner and click submit. If you don't click submit, it's not going to grade it and give you an answer. So make sure you click submit. If you're done for the day and need to come work on it again, click save and exit and it'll save your progress. If you don't click save, it won't save where you're at. So click save and exit, but when you're done, click submit. Once you're finished on Big Ideas, you're going to come back to the Google Classroom, and on the assignment, this is a teacher view, so it doesn't have it, but on the assignment over here where it says turn in, you need to click turn in on here as well. So turn it in on Big Ideas and turn it in on Google Classroom as well. So please complete today's assignment on Big Ideas Math. If you have problems logging in, let me know. Remember, the logins are under the resources. Once completed, make sure you click turn in on Google Classroom. In order to receive full credit in PowerSchool for this assignment, you'll need a 70% or better on Big Ideas Math. If you do not get a 70%, you need to email me so I can return the assignment to you and you can fix the problems to get it up to a 70. So it's going to be worth 20 points in PowerSchool. If you get 70% in Big Ideas, I'll put 20 points into PowerSchool. If you get 100%, I'll put 20. If you get 90%, I'll put 20. If not, let me know so I can return it to you to fix. Does anyone have any questions on anything? Okay, you guys can finish that up. We have 4 minutes left, so you are welcome to stay on if you'd like. If not, you are free to go.
I wish to stay with the cool
Okay.
teacher. Would you like an update? Actually, you know what? They're sleeping. I was gonna say if you want an update on the
Yeah,
show,
my
but, like,
dog. My
they're
dog
sleeping.
doesn't bark. He meows. I don't know why.
How are they adjusting?
They still bite, which means they're still scared. So I'm just trying to leave them be, but at the same time, let them know I'm not a threat to them, so they don't bite me. Because last time they bit me, it was a pretty big gash. They bit a chunk out of me. So I was like, ugh,
Yeah.
I'm trying, to let them know I'm not. Isaiah left. How dare he? I'm trying not to be scary to them.
Yeah.
Also, Jose needs to add me back on Discord because he hasn't yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot. I use a lot of Snapchat. That's why I use Snapchat.
I can't use Snapchat. My Snapchat's gone.
Oh, I mean, you can make a new one. I think. I don't know.
I know I can, but my dad would kill me.
Oh.
Jose,
Is
how
it
are things
illegal?
going for you?
Wait, what?
How are things going for you with school?
Good.
Is it illegal to have your teacher on social media?
I don't know if it's illegal per se, but I know that we have like a district policy that we're not supposed to add students on social media.
So illegal.
Well, I mean, it's not like I would get fired for it. It's just like not something we're supposed to do.
There's just a lot of weird kids. That's why, and they're annoying sometimes.
No, but once you guys graduate, I'm fine being friends with you on social media. It's just not when you're a student at school.
Yeah. Are we clear glasses twins? Because that's what it looks like right now.
These are my blue light glasses. I got them on Amazon. I'm wearing my contacts.
These are my bifocals.
Oh, dang.
I got a question. When is school gonna be like back? Like actually, like school? Like
In
not
person?
Yeah.
They said November.
Well, that's a great question. No
The
one knows.
vaccine said it would be ready in November.
I know that, yeah, Hermiston is trying so hard to get ready really quick, and Kennewick is trying to be in school in October. That's like in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I think it just kind of depends. I know that I haven't heard anything for Umatilla specifically, but I know that we want you guys here, and so we're trying everything we can. It just kind of depends on what the governor says and such.
Yeah. So I got a question. So like, I'll do the wait. Let me just go back here. I'll do the one-step equation like when I come back because like right now, like I'm gonna go outside and then when I come back, I'm gonna do it.
You're going to do it this afternoon?
Yeah.
Perfect.
The
Oh, very
beavers.
well.
The beavers. The beavers right there behind her. The beavers. Nah, the Oregon Ducks.
All right. I'm going to go head to lunch. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you. Well, I'll see Jose tomorrow. Jasmine, I'll see you on Wednesday.
All right. Thank you for the email, by the way. I
Yeah.
didn't think that I would do so well on the math maps because, like, I was all like, I'm just kind of guessing at this point because I forgot how to do one-step equations,
Mhm.
two-step equations. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, no, you scored really well.
Oh, well then. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay, bye, guys. Have a good day.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.